Hey everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. Today the project that I'm making is a card or two for a monthly hop that is put on by a subgroup of the Handmade Happiness Facebook group. It is called the Card Hoppin group. If you were a card maker, you want to check them out. And what I am doing today is a card where we're using a sketch. So the card sketch that I have, of course, I screenshotted on my phone, and of course I am recording on my phone, but I'll superimpose a copy of the card sketch here. This card sketch is just one part of this card. We chose any card sketch that we wanted to use, and then we had the option of choosing grunge or clean and simple. And I am going to attempt to do a clean and simple card only with some ink blending to give it some texture. So I'm going to start off with my brand new waffle flower media mat. This is a stenciling mat, but it's going to hold, it kind of is grippy, it's going to hold my paper. And I've got two brushes, or two tool handles. I'm going to be using a combination of chipped sapphire and hickory smoke today. So I'm doing a sky background, but a rather dark one. I'm going to come in with some of this blue. I have a feeling that the blue is going to be darker than the gray, so I'm going to start with the gray and kind of give it a shot here. You just want to get a mix of the two colors down, not necessarily worried so much about it being like a specific gradient or rainbow, but just kind of a blend of this gray and some of that darker blue. I've been getting better results ink blending lately when instead of holding from the top, I hold down closer to the foam. This is a little off center, so that's what I've been doing. And it feels like I have a little more control. Okay. Got a good amount of this gray down. I'm going to go back in with some of the blue. Maybe I want a little more gray here. I'm going to flip this guy over just so I have an easier time holding on to it. I will say that this is silicone, and this is my first time using this mat, and it really is allowing me to kind of use both of my hands for blending and not worry so much about whether the paper is going to curl up or misalign, because it grips it just enough so I don't have to worry about that too much. I feel like this chipped sapphire is a little dry. not able to get the amount of ink out of it that I want. I'm just going to go in with some of this gray and maybe even things out a little bit. Putting this gray right into the blue, so I should probably wipe it off before I go in to get more of the ink. Oh, I really like how that ended up with putting the gray over it. So, I'm going to set this one aside. This one I'm going to do with the same colors, only I want to give it a little different look. So I'm going to I think I'm going to go direct to paper, and then I'm going to use a little spritz of water. Yeah, this is pretty dry, but that's okay. It is going to work for what I need, or want, or I'm hoping to get. So, a little bit of that. And here, let me get some just right in this end. And now I am going to go ahead get some gray in here. And I just want to lighten up some of this middle area and give it a bit of a foggy look. This is definitely more ink than is on my other one. And I was hoping to get, you know, a couple of different looks today, so. You can see the lines, definitely, from the ink pad, but this card isn't going to have a lot, and so I think that those lines are just going to add to the interest. So I'm not going to worry about them. I'm not going to try too hard to blend them out or anything. And so for this one, I'm going to move this guy aside, and I'm going to cover up my inks. I'm going to go ahead and spray this guy with a little bit of water. I'm using Distress Oxide, so I've been having a lot of fun lately playing with the way that the inks react with water. I'm not sure if you can see it yet, or if I'm just spraying over it. I can tell it's there because it's starting to bow the paper. So I don't necessarily want any giant drops of water. Just want to give it that foggy look. I'm just going to put a little more water on it. Oops, now I'm spraying me backwards. Ooh, okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit this with the heat just for a minute just because I want to speed up this process because I don't have a lot of time. I got a thing I gotta do. So this wasn't soaked clear through, so I didn't need to heat it very much. I do want to try to get it to flatten, so I'm going to put my favorite new tool on here. So I'm using 110-pound cardstock, and I am going to take, if I can get probably two of these together. Because I want a little bit of dimension. And I'm just going to glue them in the middle. I'm not going to worry about if the little ends of the snowflake are all flat and seamless. For this card, I'm going to use a white card base. A black piece of cardstock as the layer. I'm going to go ahead and cut this down a little bit more so it has a little bit of that black showing behind it. Cut this down to just under 4 by 5 1/4. Take my glitter pen from scrapbook.com. I don't know if you can hear the cat out there. I go ahead and put a dot of glue. I am not worried about all the little arms being pointed in the same direction for all of my snowflakes. Oh, forgot to shimmer this guy. I know, honey. She's just wondering why I'm working so late. And this one. Just about there. I know. Now I'm going to glue these down. I've got ink everywhere. I've got glue everywhere now. Enter Wonderland. I'm going to set this down for a second. I see that glue seeping out there, but it is going to dry clear and matte. It's art glitter glue. So next, I'm going to put these guys down. My bad head's not too much in the way. Now, lay these flat. Since I'm using the black cardstock, I'm going to use these black enamel. It looks good. And then just a few more. Let's see here. That one. Come on. 2, 3. And then this is the third one. And then just a couple for this one. I think I'm going to use the silver ones. I've got glue on my fingers, and then the glue is attaching to the underside of some of these little dots. And one right here. Here? Yep. All right. So I think this project falls under speed crafting. Thanks so much for joining me for another video. Please don't forget to check out the other HOP participants. They are super talented artists and card makers, and it would make my day if you would tell them that I sent you. Please give this a thumbs up and consider joining me for a lives and you know, kind of interactive chat and things like that really help grow my channel right now. So if you can make it, Mondays, 6 p.m. Mountain. Yeah, 5 Pacific, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. I would really love it if you would join us for some crafty time. Thanks so much. Don't forget safety first.